good afternoon. Hope everyone's having a blessed afternoon. I am having a blessed afternoon. It is a very blessed afternoon. So um I'm starting to see a lot of things in my feed and on my channel that's popping up on my channel because I talk about various of different things on my channel. I talk about violence, I talk about the creation of mankind. I talk about this entity. I talk about the creator. I talk about child abuse, being molested. I talk about any and everything, police brutality. I talk about just about anything. So, all of my topics and everything is just very. The only thing I don't talk about is very that I talk about celebrity gossip. I don't get into that, right? So, but what popped up on my feed is the Nuwabian community. They popped up on my feed and I'm here to not to debate, not to debate them or to discredit them, things that they're talking about, stuff like that, But I'm here to set the record straight on a lot of things because basically, their foundation and their teaching is that they deal with science, the actual true facts of a lot of things, of mysteries, and a lot of mysteries of the unseen world is just not for mankind, basically, right? I'm going to get into the creation of mankind, and I'm also going to get into the Alpha Omega, the creating everything in existence, right? The Almighty creating everything in existence, basically. And this topic is geared towards is the Almighty a female or male? This is if but before I get into that, I would like to give several different videos of this brother of a Nuwapian community that upholding his teaching and his research and his studies and information, but I'm also up here to basically to uphold the oneness of the Alpha Omega, the creating everything in existence. And um, the Creator is not a male or female. Basically, he's not a male or female. Basically, and I'm gonna show in nature, right? And based on scientists like you're saying, I'm not even talking about scientists, I'm not even talking about scientific terminology, and I'm not getting into none of that. How you doing, team 6, SEAL team 6? What's up, y'all? How you doing? I'm glad that you're here. Basically, I'm talking about Nawapian community that's popping up on my feed, and I'm here to set the record straight. And that's not a debate, but anyone that's part of this community, please like, share this video, and get it out. Get it out. If you're not here, you're not here. I will save it later on for next month. Definitely. If you're not here, you're not here. You know how I give it up. And you know how I talk about a lot of things on my channel, basically. So I'm here to set the record straight on this brother that is preaching and trying to teach and trying to get information out, basically for like, share, subscribe, and also try to get new members in their community, basically. And this same teaching, in this same civilization that they preach and talk about was destroyed by the Alpha Omega that created everything in existence. It's an actual true fact, right? And it's throughout history that they was destroyed based on this same teaching. And we did not learn from the forefathers and ancestors and civilization that came before us, and that we got to keep procreating and teaching this way of life, which was destroyed. Basically, this is actual true fact, right? Don't worry, I just give it to my entire community to watch. We are on break. Community 40 plus soldiers. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate that. This is to the Nuwabian community, basically. I'm here to correct some of your teachings and some of your ways and actions that you preaching among the community and society for fame, fortune, and riches, for views, for share, for likes, or whatever the case may be, to get new members after you spread this teaching, which based on history and based on facts was destroyed, basically. The Alpha Omega, the created and everything existing, is not a male or female, right? And we're gonna show this. We're gonna show this about this insect that's in the insect world that's not male or female. It's not male or female. It's not male or female. They sit there saying, "Oh, this is a genetic default." Ain't nothing genetic or default inside of nature, inside of the creation of the Alpha Omega, the creating everything in existence. This is an actual true fact. Once he put his hands on things, and once he coon fire coon thing, being is, nobody can replace it, and nobody can tamper with it, except mankind that do things and procreate things and destroy things based on their understanding of the creation of the Alpha Omega, the creating everything in existence. So let me show this basically, right? And come on.
I figured I would talk about this because it's not something that the average person would ever see in their life. So, gynandromorphy is a genetic disease that is caused through the failure of mitosis.
It's not a
or cell
disease.
division.
It's not a disease.
Certified technicians, genuine Toyota parts.
I'm going to need that back.
Need some help, boss?
So I figured I would talk about this because it's not something that the average person would ever see in their life. So gynandromorphy is a genetic disease that is caused through the failure of.
It's not a disease. All right. I know. Sorry about that. Sorry about that commercial, but let's get into this right here. Here go another one.
Something that the average person. So I figured I would talk about this because it's not something that the average person would ever see in their life. So gynandromorphy is a genetic disease that is caused through the failure of mitosis or cell division.
Okay. Now,
Basically, what happens is that the cells in the early embryo fail to divide properly, resulting into the creation of, quote unquote, male and quote unquote female cells. And usually these are atypical male and female cells. The genetics get a little messy, but both cells exist within the same organism. And it's most often seen in insects, probably because insects reproduce so quickly, and sometimes it's seen in birds. But it is very uncommon. And this is what it looks like. So this is a Papilio androgeus. I hope I'm saying that right. This is the male, and this is, the typical Papilio swallowtail butterfly. This is what the female looks like, and this is what the gynandromorph looks like. And this particular form of gynandromorphy is usually referred to as mosaic gynandromorphy or patchy gynandromorphy, and it's an uneven distribution of male and female cellular characteristics. So you can see the yellow is more of the male coloration and characteristics, and then these blue patches are more of the female color characteristics. And these are actually female cells mixed in onto these male cells. This generally results in a sterile adult. But there are other forms of gynandromorphy.
heard he said? He said a stale, a, a stale insect. Stale meaning it can't reproduce. It can't it can't reproduce. It doesn't have any children. It doesn't have any children. It can't reproduce, basically. It's not male or female, basically. You know, and I'm going to break that down. Hold on one second. Hold on. I want to basically get into um these are some of the insects that's not male or female. Not male or female. These are some of the insects that's not male or female. And there's a method to my madness, basically. Now, these insects that I show you, right, is not male or female. They not male or female, basically, right? Now let's get into some of his um
To form the, and then he took a rib from the man to form the woman. This is inaccuracy, it's misleading, it's false, it's not scientifically true. So this scroll, this actual fact, coincidentally number 19, a very significant number,
he's Nuwabian.
goes into detail to explain who is God, female or male. So let's get into it. Yaka, Gadad, Asha, Awu, I.
He's not he's Nuwabian.
I'm going to read you um, this scroll, actual fact, series number 19. Who is God, female or male? This is such an important scroll that you must have in your library because this is one of the biggest secret that has been kept to the point that even when you ask females who is God, female or male, females will say is a man. And that's because of the misconceptions and the distortions of religion. Because they've been brought up to think that God is a man or a male, and that the same man or
Okay, I'm going to stop right there, and then I'm going to get into it because I don't want to make it a longed out thing, but it's going to be long. This individual, you can go watch his videos on the Nawabi. Go check out Nawabi. Go check out what they about, what are they teachings, and what do they do deal with basically. Now I'm here to correct this brother right here. No disrespect to you. I'm not coming at you at no type of way, but we got to set the record straight about the Alpha Omega, the creating everything in existence. He is not male or female, basically. He just showed you in nature that there's bugs, right, and insects that's not male or female. It's the comparison of him. He doesn't have male or female organs. He is neither one. He is just a being. He's just an entity that is powerful. That's the Alpha Omega, everything creator of existence, the Almighty. He's not male or female, basically at all, at all, at all, at all. Which he produces male or female, basically. He has the power to do that. To correct some of these teachings and to correct some of these thoughts and understanding, right? The average person is not going to know. The average person is not going to do research. The average person is not going to go out and study upon study to learn the ways and actions. So they are met with what? With individuals like him, no disrespect, that will use their brains and use the information that individuals have at the side of themselves, but don't utilize it to go out there and research and understand scientific terminology and factors and all of these other things, which individuals like him can play on word somatic to deal with the masses of people for fame, fortune, and riches, and views, and shares, and likes, and also to get members. On this channel, we don't deal with that. We deal with the Alpha Omega. We deal with the unseen creator called the Rai and Arabic, basically. This is what we do. Okay? And then now Islam basically is not a religion, it's a way of life. This is a way of life. Do you understand that? This is a way of life. I don't consider that basically is a religion, is a way of life. Now, but back to the Alpha Omega, the creator. He is neither female or male. He is neither female or male, basically. And when you go to start to study their teachings, you can see that their teachings is going to lead up to you saying that you are the Alpha Omega and in creating everything in existence. Yes, it's going to lead up to you saying that you are the Alpha Omega in creating everything in existence. You are him and he is you. Yes, that is true. That is true because that came from the ancient ancestors. We are the creator and he created us, but he duplicated himself. He duplicated a piece of his glory. He duplicated a piece of his essence. He duplicated a piece of his existence, which is everlasting, cannot be destroyed, right? There's no beginning to him and there's no end to him. So spiritually, there is no beginning to us and there is no end to us. But physically, there is a beginning to us and there is an end to us because the ancient ancestors tried it. They tried it. They tried to wrap themselves basically in the physical form, mummifying their body and try to preserve the ending of their physical life, the beginning and the ending of their physical life. Do you understand it? They tried all the mathematical ways. They tried all the teachings. They tried any and everything with the permission and the guideline of this entity, barbaric, devil, demon, demonic, evil, twisted, that been teaching mankind to try to dethrone the Alpha Omega and they created everything in existence. Do you understand? Nawabi teacher, I am Muslim. I am not those regular Muslims that you think that's not educated, that don't have knowledge, wisdom, or understanding. I am very educated, dealing with the spiritual realm. I've been here for a very long time. So you niggas not dealing with an individual that deal with the actual physical scriptures which was written down and passed upon these individuals. No, you deal with an individual that actually know and been there and been here for a long time of the spiritual realm, the unseen realm, basically. They're not just up here talking about science. I deal with the actual true fact and I deal with the actual true understanding of the unseen world of mankind, which have no knowledge of. That's exactly who I am. That's exactly who I am. And out of that bloodline of the ancient ancestors, they're not just to be talking. I can trace my bloodline back to what? Back to Hebrew, the Jewish religion. Yes. I can trace it all the way back to the 1800s, brother. So I have a right to be up here speaking because you know why? I am of the ancient bloodline of the uply God right one. We are not black people. We are not Moors. We are not any of those titles. We are not any of those titles. We are not African, brother. You may be, I don't know your lineage, but I'm saying over here in the West is the foundation of civilization of mankind, not the East, the Middle East. The East is the mother. It births all civilization, which came through us, the Father, the cream, the maker, the crop of everything in existence that taught and civilized all people and all civilization, which is an actual true fact. And the Creator did shape and mold us with his own hand and breath, his essence, a piece of his essence inside of mankind. He did. That's why he put limitation on what? On what? On no beginning and no end. In no beginning and no end. Meaning his essence, his spirit. We are the created and he created us. We don't debate that. We know that. That's why, most Muslims don't talk about that. Because most Muslims probably don't have to understand. But I'm here, right, to uphold being Muslim. Muslim means submission. Submission to the will of the Almighty, the creating everything in existence. And once you understand Him, you become one with Him, right? You eat and talk and walk just with Him. He is your eyes, your ears. He is everything in existence. That's right. You are Him and He is you. It's an actual true fact. That's right. That's right. He clothes and housed this no beginning and no end, with beginning and an end, which is the physical form of the earth. He knew exactly what he was doing. Then he said in creation and in nature that you talk about science, there is insects that is not a female or male. They're not female or male. So how do they reproduce? That you talk about atoms. That you talk about atoms. that this that 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 this very substance, that this very substance is not male or female. What it's doing is generating itself without reproduction of itself. That shows a piece of the map of his existence. That very insect, and there's several other insects that's not male or female. That's right. That is part of what? That is part of the kun fire kun. Being it is. Be and it is. That's the power of him. Now you saying that we are the created and he created us, right? We're not the ultimate, we're not the almighty. You cannot form and create anything outside of your mind, outside of your image. You can image and think about it, but you cannot bring it to existence. You can think about a baby. You can think about a lady. You can think about everything that's in your mind, body, and soul, but you cannot bring it into existence without procreating it with some type of items. You understand? With some type of material. Do you understand that, brother? Nuwabian? I'm here to correct and put head to bed that's on this internet, right? That's on these platforms that's misleading our community like the same community of the ancient that was misled and misinformed by this barbaric, evil, twisted, demonic devil demon. Of course, there was other civilizations before mankind. It was that entity that is smokeless, that the people didn't recognize them, calling them angels and calling them angels. They are not angels. They are entities that the Creator created. They're not solid. They're not solid. But they have the power, but his will to take on solid form. But they have to go to their original form, which is what cannot be seen of the eye. Cannot be seen of the eye. You have to know and understand the spiritual realm. You have to be there for a very, very long time. It ain't got nothing to do with science, which was procreated by mankind. By mankind trying to figure out the ways and action on their mathematic map in order to get to the creator to dethrone him. That's why we are upon this earth, because we backdoor him and disrespect him. Do you understand that? And you sitting up here doing the same thing, saying that we are the creator, we the alpha omega. No, we're not. No, we're not. Yes, we are part of his essence. We are part of his existence, right? That don't have a beginning and end, which he clothes with the earth. The earth is us of the physical form, and we are the earth. That's an actual true fact. And all of the things that is upon the earth, right, is inside of us. That's why we're supposed to get in tune with what the earth, with the heavens and earth and everything in between. Brothers and sisters, kings and queens, ladies and gentlemen, all around the world, prince and princess. I'm here to put heads to bed. I'm here to stop the lies and spreading falsehood and misguidance of us as a community. We are put here to keep balance and justice. And what individuals doing, they spreading it. And this came amongst mankind that separated everything. That separated. Mankind was but of one single soul. He said it. They was of but one single soul created, one single soul. Basically, basically. And your spirit, right, is not a male or female. It's just an entity. It is him and he is it. Do you understand that? There's no beginning to it and there's no end. It's immortal. Only your physical has the beginning and end. That's an actual fact. And he placed it that way with limitations. He duplicated his power and his existence by creating us, right, and putting us for justice and balance upon the earth. And this entity taught the ancient ancestors to disbelieve, to disrespect the creator. So a portion of the descendants of the uply God right one, because they are uply God right ones, learn ways and action to disbelieve and backdoor the creator that been trying to dethrone the creator since the beginning of creation of mankind. It's an actually true fact. And we're not black and we're not African. No, we're not. We are of a different civilizations. There's all different civilization. We taught the Africans, we taught the Egyptians, we taught everybody to civilize everybody. That's right. It's an actual true fact. So I'm here to correct those that spreading falsehood and misinformation and misguidance amongst us for fame, fortune, and riches, for views and likes and shares and new subscribers and new members in your community. I'm not debating with you that we are the creator and the creators us as an actual true fact, but with limitations. That's why everything in creation puts a bow down to us. Nuwabian, everything except the creator. And then he traded right male and female. He knew exactly what he was doing. He showed you. He showed you in creation, in nature, that there's insects that's not male or female. So that gives you a little bit of blueprint to show you that he's not male or female. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? So stop sitting up here misinforming and miseducating and misguiding the community. I'm of the community of the uply God right one that's over you and higher than you. That talk to that talk to the creator, the Alpha Omega, telepathically and telekinesis is the thing that we use. We taught the Egyptians, we taught the Hebrews, we taught the Israelites, we taught everybody civilization. We are the creator's hand, right hand. Do you understand that? We used to transform out in and out our bodies physically, mentally, and spiritually. We brought down the metals. We brought down certain fruits and vegetables from up above. We not from here. Only our physical is from here. We from up there. The everlasting light. Do you understand that there was light before there was dark, and darkness is creation? To house his power, darkness is a creation. It's a creation by him. He created it to hide from individuals like you that speaking falsehood, false narrative about his existence. Nothing and nobody never saw the Alpha Omega creating everything in existence. These are actual true facts. Stop lying. Stop spreading falsehood. Talking about I'm dealing with science. Well, the science talk about there's insects that don't have that's not male or female. It's an actual true fact. Actually true fact. So I'm not here to come at you. I'm here to come out the teaching and the misguided and the misinformed of the uply God right ones that did not speak. Speech was forbidden. It was forbidden to speak and write down. It was forbidden. These very civilizations that you represent and that you talk about, they've been doing it for years. They no longer here. And what he did was, during the flood, he he babbied on top of it of falsehood, of misguided, misinformed, saying that we were the Alpha Omega, saying that there was no end. There was no beginning to us. Only in the spiritual field, the spiritual realm, that's true. But in the physical, there's a beginning and there's an end to us, and there's a price to be paid for those that think that way. So I'm telling everybody all around the world, which is true what he said, that we are the Alpha Omega, and the Alpha Omega is us. But with limitations. We are immortal, our spirit that was breathed to Adam. Yes, that's true. We are the creator and the creator is us, but we not the Alpha Omega. You cannot create kun fire kun. Like I'm thinking of something right now. I can't create this phone right here. I can't. I'm thinking about the phone. I'm thinking about the phone. I'm thinking about everything. It just can't pop up. He can do it because he blocked that. And a lot of other limitations. He blocked it from us. He blocked it. So this entity, barbaric devil demon, knows that. He knows it. And he's been teaching mankind to backdoor the creator, try to get the secrets and actually to create, to create, to create. We only procreate. He knew exactly what he was doing when he created mankind. And the more you dibble and dabble in that world, the more you become lost in darkness, spreading falsehood, teachings, and guidance amongst us. But I'm here to correct that and put heads to bed. It's an actual true fact. I'm not your typical Muslim. That's right. That's right. Get in my comments. Anyone, get in my comments. Get in my comments. I'm here. I'm here to correct and put heads to bed. This is an actual true fact. Actually true fact. So spread this amongst them and get this out to him. That's right. Please like, share, subscribe to the dopest channel out right now on YouTube. This is all big facts. This is the dopest channel. Keep your eyes open and your head on the swivel. Murder, death, kill going out here. Not just physically, mentally, spiritually. That's right. Live the life. Ain't no thing. I'm married to the game and the game is married to me. And cloak yourself with fame, fortune, and riches. Not gonna tell you that's gonna backdoor you in the end. It's all big facts. You're gonna end up in jail, dead and gone. An organ donor. That's right. I'm here to correct, put head to back on any type of level. Mentally, physically, spiritually. That's right. And I'm not alone. I'm coming with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and experience from a spiritual eye. This is all big fact. That's right. Don't forget the notification bell. Hit it, 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 hit it. So you can know I'm dropping bangers and hit and heat for you. That's right. I'm here now to correct, put things straight in a proper perspective. Peace. Peace.